Well, we're back. It's another week. We got a little more mudding and sanding to do on the inside there. Then we got to get this thing in primer, and then we will be just about ready to start putting up shelves and doors. So let's get going on that. Man, I tell you guys, building this closet is really paying off. Just kidding. I'm still fat. All right, now we got what I believe is going to be the final coat on the inside of this closet. All done. Then tomorrow I'll come back in here, sand it, make sure everything looks okay, and be ready for primer. Okay, so I just finished sanding and it is a mess. I'm a mess, but it's done. So I'm gonna give it a little bit for the dust to settle and then get the shop back in there and see if we can't get that cleaned up. Okay, I think we're ready for primer. I believe that's the next step. Seemed like this part was 100 miles away. All right, let's get ready to primer this thing. First thing we gotta do is get all the dust off. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna primer the walls. So if you're wondering about paint, we're not going to paint the closet yet. That'll be a project for a different day. And the reason is that I'm not going to be just rolling on paint. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try doing a faux lime wash in her room. So that takes a little bit of planning, and it's a very slow painting process. But that'll be a video coming up before long. In the meantime, we'll get this in primer, get the doors on, get it ready to go. So it'll be usable. Now, if you're wondering how that patch turned out, I think it turned out pretty good. Other than the lines from the painting, you can't hardly tell where it was at. And there we have it. We are in primer. Okay, everybody. So we've got the closet primed. Now we're ready to put the shelves up. And what I'm using is a wire rack shelf. Mine happens to be from Everbuilt, but several people make them. They're really easy to install and very versatile, expandable. So let's get that done. First, we got to locate our studs. Hopefully this thing will work. There we go. Just out of curiosity, we'll see if there's one. Nope. The way this closet rack works is it's got a support beam that you'll screw to the wall, and then it's got hangers that hang down directly from that. That's why it's so easy to install. You're just the only thing you got to worry about leveling is this cross brace. So we'll get that and we'll get going. One foot 6 inches straight. I'm going to be putting this top rail 18 inches. The rails I've got, the uprights, are 48 inches. So that gives quite a bit of space to expand or add shelves. Oh, this level leaves something to be desired. There we go. Well, it looks like only these holes and these holes line up with the stud. This one does not, I don't think, but we'll try it. We'll set our level at the top. Okay. I'll show you how these work real quick. You have these uprights. Just hook on. Man, it's awful crowded. And that's basically it. Put a screw at the bottom and they won't go anywhere. Alright. Don't laugh too much. But I didn't think it felt right because I've got these in my closet and they're not springing out like this. So I decided to read the directions. And I've got the hanger track upside down. So now we get to take it off and redo it. these just slip up inside there and against the wall. I'm going to try to center it on that screw. And they just hang there. Same thing on this side. Center it on that screw. And there we go. Now I just need to put a couple screws in the bottom and it'll be ready. Now you just secure the bottom. Well, I put one in the middle too, but you don't really have to. There we go. Yeah, this one's kind of springing out, and I think I got that one a little tight, so I'm going to go ahead and put one more in there. There we go. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this style rack where you just lock them in. Nope, gotta cut it. Okay, so the closet is 66 inches. So I'm going to cut this at 65 just to give myself a little bit of play. 65 right here. Now you can cut this in a couple ways, a few that I can think of off the top of my head. You can use a cutoff wheel, which I actually have a grinder. You can use a hacksaw, or you can use bolt cutters. But we're going to try this cutoff wheel as soon as I get some safety glasses. Safety first. Now we're ready to go put it on. Okay, now we should fit. There we go. As you can see, they lock on to the back of the shelf so that your shelf isn't going anywhere. All right. It is starting to look like a closet. Of course, I still got a lot of cleaning to do. I think I'm going to get this room emptied out. Okay, so we made it to the end of another week, and it's that time again. Let's get this weigh-in done. $330.5. That's 3.5 more pounds. That's almost 20 pounds since I started this. Thanks, guys. Coming up next week, we clean out the room and install the doors. So be sure to check that out and check out one of these other videos. Thanks for watching.